Welcome to CE 405 Environmental Engineering 1 Module 3 Part 6. In the previous session I have given 3 questions for solving in this session, and we have already discussed about the design criteria for plain sedimentation tanks. The first question is the maximum daily demand. Note that it is the maximum daily demand at a water purification plant has been estimated as 12 million liters per day. Design the dimension of a suitable sedimentation tank fitted with a mechanical sludge removal for row supplies, assuming a detention period of 6 hours and a velocity of flow as 20 cm per minute. In this question, design question, we are already given the maximum daily demand, which is the capacity of the sedimentation tank for 24 hours. Then the detention time is given as 6 hours and the velocity of flow is also given as 20 cm per minute. Taking all these values, we are going to design this plain sedimentation tank. We are already given the maximum daily demand, that is 12 into 10 raised to 6 liters, that is 12 million liters, which is the quantity of water to be treated for 24 hours. Then quantity of water treated in 6 hours. What is this 6 hours? This is the detention period, that is the detention period of the sedimentation tank. During this detention period, what quantity of water to be entered into the sedimentation tank we have to calculate. For that, this is the maximum daily demand, 12 into 10 raised to 6 divided by 24 will give you the maximum hourly demand into 6 will give the 6 hours demand, that is 12 into 10 raised to 6 divided by 24 into 6, that is 3 into 10 raised to 6 liters is the quantity of water treated in 6 hours in that detention period. Then the capacity of tank, that is the 3 into 10 raised to 6 liters. We are going to convert this into cubic meter, that is divided by 1000 will give you 3 into 10 raised to 3 meter cube. This is the capacity of sedimentation tank. Then the next factor that we are going to consider is the velocity of flow. Velocity of flow is given as 20 centimeter per minute. That is, we have to consider this in meter because all other factors are given in meters. So 20 centimeter per minute converted into 0.2 meter per minute. Then length of the tank. We are already given the velocity of flow. Then the detention period also given. Then we can calculate the length of the tank. That is the velocity into detention time. Velocity into time gives the distance traveled. That is the length of the tank. That is 0.2, that is velocity of flow into 6 into 60, because this measurement velocity of flow is in minutes, then we have to consider this as in minutes, that is 6 into 60, 6 hours into 60. That will give the length of the tank as 72 meters. Then we got the length of the tank. Then the cross-sectional area of the tank. Cross-sectional area, how we are going to calculate? Look, this is the capacity of the tank. That is the volume of the tank. We already got the length of the tank. Then the cross-sectional area of the tank is equal to capacity divided by length. That is 3 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 72 will give you the cross-sectional area of the tank. So we got the length, then the cross-sectional area. Then we have to calculate the breadth and depth of the tank. Then assume the depth as 4 meter. In the design criteria, we have already gone through that. The depth of the tank is assumed from 1.8 meters to 6 meters. Here we are accepting a value as 4 meter. This is an assumption. Then width B is equal to the cross-sectional area divided by the assumed depth. That is 10.5 meters. Then we have to calculate the total depth. That is 4 plus 0.5. What is this 0.5? That is the freeboard to avoid the overflow of water. Here in the question itself, it is given that it is fitted with a mechanical sludge removal. For that, we are not considering the sludge zone. So, the total depth is calculated only by adding the freeboard. That is 4.5 meter. Then dimension of the tank is 72 meter into 10.5 meter into 4.5 meter. This is the design criteria for this plain sedimentation tank. This is one method, and we can calculate the dimensions in another method, that is by assuming the overflow rate, that is the V0. The V0 range is 500 to 750 liters per hour per meter square. Here we are assuming a V0 as 600 liters per hour per meter square. What is the V0? The overflow rate, which is equal to Q divided by BL, the cross-sectional area. Then the actual Q is, here it is liters per hour. Okay. Then what is Q? 12 into 10 raised to 6 million liters per day. We have to convert it into per hour. That is divided by 24. This is the Q, 0.5 into 10 raised to 6 liters per hour. Then we are going to calculate the breadth. Length already calculated. That is BL is equal to Q divided by 600. Then we will get the cross-sectional area as 833 meter square. The length that we have already calculated. Then B is equal to 11.6 meter. That is 833 divided by 72. We get 11.6 meter. Then depth. That is, how will you calculate the depth? That is the capacity divided by length into breadth. That is 3 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 72 into 11.6. That is 3.6 meter. By giving a freeboard of 0.5 meter, the total depth will be 4.1 meter. Then the dimension will be 72 meter into 11.5 meter into 4.1 meter. In this method also, we can design the plain sedimentation tank. Up to the length calculation, it is the same, and after this step, we are continuing with the second method. By these two methods, both the answers are correct, both the designs are correct. You can accept any two of these methods to solve the design of plain sedimentation tank. By this, I am concluding this session. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.